morning, my fellow messy hair pajama bedtime friends. It is sunnier out today, but still a little bit later than I usually like to film, so I need to get back into my regular schedule. Thank you for meeting up with me today. I really needed a little moment of peace with my friends. Let me know what you are drinking with me in the comments down below. I'm always looking for suggestions. And if you want to meet up with me for tea or coffee 3 to 5 times a week, go ahead and press the subscribe button and join our little group. It is a tea day for me. I'm trying this new flavor from Numi Teas that, I mean, I'm sure it's not like a new flavor. It's a new flavor for me. It's very interesting. I've never tried like a rice kind of flavored tea before. It's very interesting. It adds a little bit of like, what's the word? Kind of like a savory depth into the matcha. It's a little bit nutty too. I also realized that, so for lunch today, I remember the matcha tea that I had a few videos ago that I said was not very good. I've been using it in ingredients into like either baking or smoothies because it's not the most delicious to drink. So I had a matcha smoothie bowl that I made for myself, nothing complicated, just, you know, bananas, some protein powder, some matcha, and oats and nuts and stuff on top. Maybe that is complicated. I don't know. But either way, so I had like a whole 2 servings of matcha right before I decided to go ahead and make myself green tea for this video. So I don't know if I'm gonna sleep tonight. That's okay. I'm gonna be doing a brand investigation into Numi Teas soon, so subscribe if you're interested in learning a little bit more about them. Let me know in the comments what your plans are for today, what's going on with you. I have a little bit of an unfortunate interruption to my regular schedule because, so I foster cats. I have my own cat, but I always have at least one cat in addition roaming around my apartment because if I can house as many animals as possible, I think that I should. So, but unfortunately last night, my current foster cat started showing signs of ringworm, which is not a worm, it's a fungal infection, but basically all it is like, it makes circular, patchy pieces of skin appear where the hair falls out. It's not very irritating to them, but either way, huge issue, super contagious to both cats and people. So I now have to sanitize my entire apartment. I don't typically clean with bleach because I like to use more healthy, environmentally friendly cleaners, but I am not playing around with this. I am getting the medical grade bleach and putting it all over absolutely everything. Mainly, I just feel so badly for him because he was supposed to get adopted on Sunday and now he's gonna have to go through 6 weeks of treatment and he's probably, I mean, I hope that these people will stick around that long, but I feel so badly for him. I'm keeping my cat quarantined from him. Luckily, both of them don't really move around too much. They kind of stick to the same spaces. She just follows me everywhere, but he, the foster cat, he just like lies in the same 3 spots of the carpet and the cat tree, so I'll let him have the living room. Elsa can have the bedroom with me. So it really sucks. I've been fostering cats for like 3 years and I have never encountered ringworm before. However, it's very common apparently when you're rescuing cats who are coming from outside. So this is a new thing for me, so wish me luck. Anyways, let me get into the video because I'm sure that that's what you guys are here for. I have been selling on Mercari for about somewhere between 2 and 3 years. Not as like one of those people who will buy antique items, vintage items, or you know, collect things from wholesale and then resell it through their own shop. I don't do any of that. I use Mercari purely as like, I have stuff that I don't use anymore and I'd like to make some money back for them. So I don't use Mercari like that. I just purely like, if I have something that I have in my house that I haven't used in a long time, or you know, something that I've never used, I would like to give it a second chance at life so it can have a new home somewhere else and I can make my money back from it. As a blanket statement, I'm going to say that Mercari is definitely a great way to sell your items that you are no longer using. Over the last, 2 or 3 years, however long I've been using it, I have made over $560 just selling bits and pieces here and there. I sold a total of, I believe, 31 items, so a wide range of different types of things. But for selling just like random things that I have around my house that I don't use and getting back almost $600 for it, I think it was definitely worth it. But as a person who has been a casual user for a couple of years now, I would like to give you a breakdown of how I use the app and what things I have discovered sell and what things do not. So here is how it works. Mercari is very, very easy to use. I have to give them so much credit for that. It is very simple. Does not take much brain power from me because I don't know how to do anything. So log into the app and you will have a very blatant button there that says sell. If you press the sell button, it'll immediately take you to a page where you are able to take photos of your item from there. You can edit your photos in the actual app. Not like extensively, but they do have an editing option. You can crop your photos and enhance it a little bit. Follow the prompts as far as, you know, describing your item, what category does it go into, how much do you want to sell it for. And there's a scale at the bottom that will tell you what exactly you should be pricing your item at, because it'll take your image and compare it to items that have sold previously that are very similar. So it'll tell you how much you should list your item for if you want it to sell faster, or if you're, you know, trying to just get it out as fast as possible. So literally all you do, take photos of your items, write a description, follow the prompts, sell, done. When you're listing, Mercari will create a shipping label for you, so you don't have to go anywhere else to get your label. You don't have to wait in line at the post office. All you have to do is put in the weight and the size of your package so they can give you a good estimate as to what the shipping will cost. And then you can choose whether you or the buyer pays for your shipping. Typically, my strategy, I will at first list the item with free shipping, because that does tend to get people's attention. People like free shipping. So I will price it a couple of dollars higher than I actually want it, so that, you know, it just kind of looks like the shipping is free, but technically, you know what I'm saying? And if I, for whatever reason, have to drop the price on my item, maybe it's been a long time and it hasn't sold, I'll drop the price on the item, and once it gets to a point where I feel like I'm not quite earning the money that I want to get, I will take away the free shipping and have the buyer pay for it, but the price of the item will be lower, so that kind of evens out. Mercari has this nice feature where if your item has been sitting for a couple of days and there's no takers, or people have been viewing it and, or maybe even favoriting the item, but nobody's bought it, you have the option to promote your item or offer it to the people who have liked your item. So if you press promote, then you won't have to like pay any money. Mercari will just automatically take away like maybe $1 or $2 depending on how much you've priced your item at, and then it will skyrocket your listing back up to the top of the search pages. So they are promoting it for you at a very little cost to you. If you don't want to promote it that way, what you can do also is offer it to the people who have favorited or liked the item, and that way it'll go directly to those people's messages as just their offer. People who are searching for it won't get this offer. It's just for the people who have already favorited your item. That way you are providing a direct incentive for them to purchase. It really is hardly any work. They make it super easy for you. They take care of everything. And all of the buttons are all very easily located, and they'll explain to you exactly what everything does. The hardest part really is just taking your photos to make it look decent, as well as deciding which items you should actually list, because some things sell and some things don't. Whether or not your item sells completely depends on what the people on Mercari are searching for. So from my experience, let me share with you a few of the things that I know definitely sell very quickly on Mercari for a decent price. Perfume and cologne, especially from big name brands. That sells very quickly, usually within under a week of me listing the item. They don't even have to be full bottles. If you've like used a third of the bottle, it does not matter that it's not brand new. People are still gonna wanna buy it. Don't dilute it, be honest. If you've got 2/3 of your bottle left, just list it as 2/3 of your bottle. Say in your description that this is the condition that the item is in. Be completely transparent with your audience, your buyers, and you will see results. Somebody's gonna be okay with purchasing a bottle that's been partially used. Collectible children's toys also sell very quickly. Collectible items in general, but in my experience, collectible children's toys. 13 of my sales have come from me selling my old American Girl dolls, as well as all of their little gadgets, accessories, furniture, and they fetch for good prices. I had a whole bunch of these items that I had held on to all the way almost entirely through college, and I decided that they needed a new home to get a second chance to be played with and make somebody happy, and I wanted some extra money. So I listed them on Mercari. The 4 dolls that I sold, they all went between $50 and $80. Discontinued dolls and discontinued toys are of course going to go for a higher price than the other ones. Those items all sell very quickly, again, probably within a week of me listing them. Niche clothing brands, Instagram viral clothing brands tend to sell very, very quickly within maybe like 2 days. Of all those items that I have sold, they've sold very fast. Like Gymshark, for example, as well as Tala, which I've talked about on this channel before. I really love you guys. Don't be a jerk, and just because the item is sold out, don't like overprice it. Just list it at your reasonable secondhand, I've used this price. Just big name brand clothes and shoes in general sell very quickly. I had some Skechers non-slip work shoes that I bought in the wrong size for working at a restaurant, and I sold them on Mercari because I couldn't return them. They went within a day. Other viral brands that sell, Savage X Fenty sells very quickly, Fashion Nova sells very quickly. All within under 2 weeks, I was able to sell my items. We don't stand fast fashion on this channel. Any fast fashion pieces that I currently have or I've had in the past are either secondhand pieces that I have purchased, or they are from a long time ago before I knew better. When you're selling fast fashion brands, you really have to keep the prices low because A, they're already so low already, plus otherwise they don't really sell. You're not gonna get too much money from them. But if they're a super popular brand, a super highly advertised brand like Savage X Fenty, they will go pretty quickly. Books sell very quickly, especially like very small niche categorized books. Like I had a book on witchcraft recently that I sold within like 5 hours of me posting it. Any school related books, like things that you needed for college, or textbooks, literature class books, those go very quickly as well because, you know, students are always looking for these things and at the best deal that they can get. So you're helping them out and you're getting it off your stuff and getting your money back. So let's flip the coin. What have I had a hard time selling? I've had a difficult time selling art of any kind. I've basically sold almost no art pieces, whether it's, you know, a popular artist's print that I have or they're my originals. I have had a difficult time selling art at basically any price. I guess there aren't too many people on Mercari looking for that, at least in my experience. The other thing that does not sell, which kind of seems like a good thing to me, really like brands that everybody is aware are fast fashion, like H&M and Forever 21, they tend not to sell, which kind of makes me hopeful that people realize that fast fashion doesn't tend to survive a second life, a second owner, but it could also just because, you know, they can get a brand new version of the garment for just maybe a couple of dollars more if they go to the actual store, because those prices are so low. Forever 21, H&M, Zara, they don't sell. Clothes from lesser known brands typically don't sell either. When you're looking on Mercari, people tend to go there looking for their particular brands at, you know, a secondhand lowered price. They're not just kind of like going and browsing for cute clothes. So like I have had a gown on there, beautiful gown, for over a year now that I've been trying to sell that just isn't by a popular brand, so nobody has picked it up. It's gotten a couple of likes over the year, but nobody wants it. I have a couple other pieces in there that aren't, you know, from any particular sort of brand, and they don't really sell. Again, people are looking for the clothes that they know, the brands that they know. They're not just browsing. That rice and that tea is very comforting. It's got like a nice warmth to it. Household items, like, you know, things that you might pick up at the pharmacy, or decorative things as well, those tend to not sell. People aren't really on the app to look for that, I guess, in my experience at least. So major takeaways that I have found from my experience for anybody who is just looking to get some money back on their old stuff and give their old stuff a second life. Brand names. Names are super important no matter what the type of item it is. Viral brand names, designer brand names, well-known brand names, they sell fast. Perfume and cologne, even if they're a little bit used, they sell very well very quickly. Books also do really well, especially from niche categories where you're going to have specific people going on there to look for them, or school-related type books. Children's collectibles, any sort of collectible toy, American Girl dolls, in my experience, sell very quickly and you can get a good price for them. In order to sell, your photos do matter. You want your item to look attractive and catch somebody's eye. You want to take advantage of Mercari's promotion and offers. Those are very helpful in incentivizing people to go ahead and purchase your item. If you can, start out by listing the item with free shipping. People like free shipping. Most importantly, when you're selling secondhand on any platform, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, the most important thing is that you are transparent with your buyers about the condition of your item. If there are any flaws, please list them in the description of the item, as well as provide photos of any visible flaws, because when your buyer gets the item, they are expecting it to be in a certain condition, and you don't want to end up with a bad review. You don't want to end up with an item being returned and you losing money on the shipping. So it's just better for everybody that you are completely transparent with your buyers. It's not about selling the item the fastest. Hello? That doesn't sound good. As I was saying, be transparent about the condition of your item because you want happy customers. You will eventually find somebody who is willing to buy your item at a certain price, even with the flaws. Just be transparent about it. It is not worth it to just, ignore the fact that your shirt has a big stain on it. So if you are planning on selling on Mercari or have been thinking about it, these are my biggest tips for things that sell, how to use the app, and how to get the most out of your selling experience. Again, I'm not the kind of user who uses it as a legitimate source of income. I don't purchase secondhand items, vintage items, and resell them. I am just somebody who likes to make her money back on stuff that I have laying around my house that I don't use. Because we are secondhand queens in this house. We don't just purchase secondhand, we also give our items a second chance. Anyway, my cat is so cute. She's sitting in her little blue hut. She's so precious. I am now gonna go take care of my whole situation and clean my house and check on my little poor buddy who is, I'm sure, not feeling super comfortable right now. Again, go ahead and let me know in the comments what you've got going on today, and if you want to keep hanging out with me 3 to 5 times a week, press the subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you're never late to our coffee meetings. Like this video if you found any of that helpful, or if you just want to be my friend. You can also subscribe to my blog's email list in the link down below so that you get notified twice a week every time that I post if you are interested in learning how to live happily and harmoniously with ourselves, each other, and the planet without compromising your fabulousness, your style, or your wallet. So, anyway, I'm so glad that you could make it today. It means so much to me that you support me and wanted to make it to this portion of the video. So, okay, yeah, still working on the outro. I know I've been saying that for many videos now, but here we are. Okay, I love and appreciate you and hope that you have an absolutely beautiful day. See you tomorrow. Bye.